one of my first podcast episodes with my mom about a man who I saw at the grocery store, and a month later my mom said he passed away. My mom has an update, and she's on the phone right now. And let's go. Mom, are you there?
Yeah.
So she has an update, and here we go. I don't know the update yet. She hasn't told me. She decided she'll do this and tell me right now while I'm live, and then this live stream will then be added to a podcast episode in my podcast playlist, Adriel Tube. What's the story, Mom?
Okay, so I think, my friend who died, and her mother had a new boyfriend, and then he ended up dying.
No.
And he ran a discount store, and that's where he lived down the street before.
Do you want me to mute and you can tell me the name?
Okay.
Yeah, I don't remember if that's her bio dad or stepdad.
Yeah, I think she was adopted, so.
That's why I was asking. So was it, wait, hang on. I'm going to mute one more. We're just going to use fake names. There's a fake name. We'll call her Jessica. And Jessica has a mom who adopted Jessica. Fake names. And then Jessica's mom was married to a fake name, Mr. Murphy.
Yeah.
She was married to Mr. Murphy?
Yeah, because he had that store and...
Wait, before or after they adopted Jessica?
Well, might have been before, because then he was with my friend's mom.
Wait, I'm going to mute. Who? I forgot the fake name we used for her. What's the fake name we used for her? For your friend who passed away. There's Peter and... I forgot the name we used for her. Your best friend. We'll just say Peter. I saw Peter in the grocery store after he supposedly died. And then he dated my mom's best friend, whose stepdad was Jessica's Wait a second. So are you telling me that your best friend was technically stepsisters with Jessica?
I think that's how it worked out.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay, keep going.
Okay,
Did Mr. Murphy also own your best friend's business?
No, she had that on her own with her mom.
Wait, your best friend dated Mr. Murphy?
No, her mom did.
Oh, okay. So they weren't married, they just dated.
Well, they might have been married because that wasn't her real dad, because her real dad passed away, and then I think she got married to that guy.
Okay, what's the story?
Okay, so I was at my other neighbor's house yesterday, and she said that house that Mr. Murphy was at some time ago, squatters were found. I mean, like, squatters were in there.
Wait, it's abandoned?
Yeah, because the lady that lived there wasn't living there. She was off with family somewhere. And every so often, the cops would go to that house in the nighttime because people would try to rob it. And then, so I guess they took off. And now these other people, or somebody was in there squatting, and they made a meth lab. And it was this big, huge, like a big mess in the house. And they had to have people come in.
And he made Facebook posts about experimenting with those chemicals.
Yeah.
Did they ever get to the bottom of who did it?
No, I don't think that no, because I said, well, did they catch them? And she doesn't think they were there. They must have taken off like when it was dark, and then like, or they would be sleeping in the daytime, and then if they had to go anywhere, they would go in the dark. And so when they went there, the whole house, they had to hire somebody to come, because I saw people there clearing everything out. I figured she was just moving. She says, no, her boyfriend told her that, my neighbor's boyfriend. I said,
Okay, so did Peter know Mr. Murphy when he was with your best friend? Like, did your best friend go to that house a lot or no?
no, I don't think she went there. No, because he had already passed away. I mean, I'm sure she knew about the house because it's just a little ways down from my house. And she came to my house. Yeah, she knew that was a house.
Did she have keys to it?
Oh, I don't know. But isn't that just crazy? And I said to my neighbor, I said, when did you find this out? And she said it was just, a few days ago when she was talking to her boyfriend. And he said, hey, did you see all that going on up there? She said, yeah. And one of the other neighbors told him, and he'd known about it for maybe, I don't know, 2 or 3 days. And I said, I can't believe he didn't tell you right when he found out. And she's like, yeah, I can't believe it either.
Seems sus.
That's just crazy.
It seems sus because think of it this way. He sold that house. I'm sorry. Your best friend died. And then in 2025, it says that she sold her house. It was literally on the tax parcel. It says, your dead best friend, we'll call her Jane Doe, sold the house. Which means the person, we looked into it already. Okay, in 2025, in March, on the tax parcel, your dead best friend who died in 2021, Jane Doe, sold the house to an out-of-towner who lives literally like 500 miles away. And you can buy houses over the phone. You can buy houses over, you can do it by phone. So what I'm saying here is basically a landlord in Jamestown who already owns other properties took interest in that house that Peter was living in. Remember the light was on?
Yeah.
Remember the red light was on when we drove by?
Yeah.
Remember the red light was on in the Zillow listing pictures?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. How the fuck does a red light bulb not die if it's on every single day for 3 years straight? From 2022 until 2025. Wait, let me finish. So the red light bulb had to have died and gotten replaced, or there was a human living there turning the red light bulb off at night. So it didn't die because there was a human living there. Now the house got sold in 2025 by your dead friend, Jane Doe, who's not even alive anymore. And the new landlord thought that he bought it from her because her name is on the tax parcel. And so, like, how does a dead person sell a house? Well, her boyfriend, who's faking his own death, sold the house and posed as her, disguised as her, because this guy doesn't even live here. He bought the house from 500 miles away online. Because you can buy houses online. If you have an attorney in the city and you have like a tax preparer and all that, you can do it online. So my point here is that house is still empty, but he can no longer be in it because it's sold. So he's probably been squatting in that house since March, building a meth lab. Because he knows through his dead ex-girlfriend, his dead girlfriend's mom's ex-boyfriend abandoned that house when he died. And the girlfriend moved out and the place was just left there to rot. He knew it was an open space. So he's probably been squatting in there since March. Unless you think he went down south. But if he came back, he probably squatted in that house.
Well, there was the other
He
neighbor
squatted in
told
his
me
house, his own house, with that red light bulb.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, last year.
None of the neighbors knew who he was, because he's from out of
Yeah.
town. Nobody
Yeah,
knows who he is.
Yeah. Last year, the neighbors were keeping an eye on the house, and there was a truck that drove by, and I think the cops did catch one or two guys. And then there was like another time somebody went by there, and the cops came. I don't know if they caught them
Wait,
then.
what?
But the
Repeat
screen
that
was
slowly. Repeat that slowly. Hang on. I'm turning up my volume. Okay, it's up all the way. Repeat that. What month?
Last year, there was like a pickup truck, and the neighbors called, and I guess
Where was the
screen
pickup
broken.
truck? In front of the house?
Yeah, and there were, I guess they did catch the one or two guys. And another time the cops came, but I don't know if they caught anyone then. So that might have been somebody different. And so the neighbors usually keep an eye out, but that's because they usually go there at like, 9 or 10 p.m. and the neighbors see the lights or flashlight or something going on. But they think that this new person might have gone there at like 3 a.m. when everyone was asleep, because they told her to get video cameras, and she said she was going to, but I don't think she ever did.
Okay, El Pacable asked how he quote unquote died. There's no official death other than Facebook posts. It's literally that. Oh, and an obituary that his out of town family wrote. There's all these different stories that no one matches up. There was no coroner. There was no one who found the body. None of that.
And they didn't even mention his girlfriend in the obituary.
Yeah, and the obituary was written
That really bothers
the obituary
me.
was written in the city he's not from. So like
Yeah, that really
where he
bothers
was
me.
born, Mom, let me talk. Where he was born and raised, I'm not going to say where. There was no obituary where he was born and raised. And after he quote unquote died, a woman who he was stalking started like getting creeped out, and he was deleting all of his tweets, harassing her and unsending his messages and shit on his burner Twitter account. So she was confused because there's this woman who said that he stalked her for more than 30 years from his hometown. And she said she was happy when she found out he passed away. But then time goes by and she makes a post saying, I find it odd that even though he's dead, all of his tweets to me are being deleted. And she got really mad and thought his family was doing it. No, bitch, he's the one doing it. Because I promise you, his family has no clue what the login details are for his burner Twitter account. If like hypothetically speaking, if your sister died and she was like a Reddit troll, would you like know about that? No, it's like a secret. You know what I'm saying? Like nobody knows these things.
Yeah, and you said that he was following more people every time you would, like every so often you check his Facebook.
Let's look at the Facebook. Let's look at the Facebook. Hold on. Hopefully he hasn't blocked me. It's been a couple months since we've talked about this.
Yeah.
Okay, he unblocked me. Wait, hold on. No. Facebook accounts. I'm sorry. I thought that there was 3, but there was someone who has a similar name to his. Okay, I'm looking. Hold on. We've got some crazy shit going on right now. We got some crazy updates. Forgot about that. Hang on. This is getting crazy. Okay, I need to find the screenshots that I took of the last time. Hang on. Do the screenshots because remember I did a fucking factory reset on my phone? He has followed more people in the last since when? When was the last time we talked about? This was literally months ago. He has followed more people. Following list, like he has in fact followed more people since our first podcast about this, which was 2 months ago, the podcast episode number 3. Let me get the date on that. Hold on. Sorry, there's lots of traffic and it was like loud. Okay, the date of that podcast episode 3, July. It's now September. He has followed more people. I have to find those screenshots. Did I send you this? I sent Rogue the screenshots of who he was following. I know I did. Rogue, did I send you the screenshots of who he was following? I'm digging. This was back in July, so hold on. Hold tight. I'm going to send you the screenshots that I see, Mom. Oh, damn. I sent Rogue a ton of screenshots. So there was a Zillow listing for the house that he was living in after he quote unquote died. And in that Zillow listing, there's a light turned on. I have pictures from the year 2022. Oh, I sent you a video. Oh, good work, Adrielle. Good work, Adrielle. Okay.
I don't even know about your podcasts and all that.
I did wash my hair today. I literally did my hair and blow dried it. Okay, hold on. We're getting somewhere. I'm looking at the screen recording. I screen recorded it back in July, Rogue. I think it was July. Okay, hold on, Mom. Just a second. Okay, so he was last. Oh, fuck. I didn't get the following list. Hang on a second. There we go. I did get it. Okay, so this is the one. He has followed. Okay, hang on. I'm looking. Mom, I'm going to send you some screenshots and it's going to blow your mind.
Okay.
He's followed 2 new people. 2. Rogue, I'm going to send you the screenshots too. Hang on. So there's the screenshots of a couple months ago. Who he was following. That's that. And now look. He has followed 2 people since then.
Who did he start following?
I'm going to tell you the name. I unmuted myself. Don't repeat those names. So yeah, he has followed 2 more people, but wait, I want to go back and look at his other account and see if I got screenshots. Hang on. So yeah, he's followed new people.
Are those new likes?
I'll look at the likes in a second. Hang on. I'm looking back to see because he has 2 Facebooks. So I want to see if his other Facebook has increased following, like who he's following. He could also be sending friend requests to these people, by the way. Hold on. I'm going back down. My God. Rogue, where is it, dude? Okay. Yeah, I see the likes. These are the old likes, and I'll send you a screenshot. I didn't get the fucking following screenshot from the other account, but I know for a fact it went up because I remember the names because I kept checking it literally every day for like 2 weeks, and then I forgot about it and moved on. Find the screenshot of his other Facebook account, but yeah. So Rogue, I'm gonna send you the screenshots right now. So there's old ones and new ones. The old ones, and now the likes. Let's see if he's got any more new likes.
And they are in order, right?
What's in order? Yeah, it always goes in order. Likes. Dude, why did I only take screenshots of one of his Facebooks and not the other Facebook? It's actually pissing me off. No, I think the likes are the same, but he's now following more people. So, yeah, that's wild. That's actually wild. Yeah. Look at it this way. He sold that house posing, and then he had to live somewhere. I wouldn't even doubt that he was probably squatting at that house because she lived in her dead mom's house who probably had a spare key. You know how people are. They always make duplicates.
Yeah.
Someone asks for their keys back. You give them back, you might forget that you have another one laying around.
Yeah.
And that house was like a hoarder's house. They probably had tons of random keys.
Oh, there was yeah, you even told me you went in that house before and it's a hoarder's house.
I did. It was, no, I'm talking about Jane, or I'm talking about your best friend's house. That was like a hoarder house. Like the Zillow posts, it looks hoarderish. Also,
Oh, yeah.
in the Zillow listing pictures of the house where he supposedly died, there's like so much evidence that he had been living there. I'm not going to share these pictures with you. I only shared them with my mom and Rogue. But if you look at the Zillow listing, it's crazy because I'm going to just talk about this Zillow listing. So first of all, he shared that was not in sync with the truth. He shared this long, elaborate story that he fell down the stairs and hit his head, and the police were right there, and he hit his head in front of the police, and it was embarrassing. And the truth is, the staircase is not directly in front of the front door. And even if police were at the door, there's very thick, old school, old fashioned so the police wouldn't be able to look in. And there's also a storm door. I mean, unless he has his front door unlocked and the cops just walked in, but most of the time cops don't just enter a house without a warrant. So I would assume the doors were locked. Anyway, I'm gonna go back and look at the Zillow pictures because that staircase pictures. So if you go to like picture number 1, he dropped ceilings, drapes, red light. That is the red light that was on when I drove by the house. He lived by me when I was living in Jamestown. He literally lived like 3 blocks from me. Me and my mom drove by a couple times at night, and the red light was on in his bedroom. And in the Zillow listing, the red light is on, which means that red light would have died. The light bulb would have died between 2022 and 2025. Like, lights die if they're on 24/7 for 3 years. Also, if you look at the first, let's just talk about the kitchen, okay? There's a bunch of trash bags and stuff like that. I feel like they would have like those look like fresh trash bags. You know what I mean? Like, if something's just like sitting there, I don't know. But the biggest thing that stood out to me, like, there would be mold and stuff if those trash bags were sitting there for 3 years, 2 or 3 years.
Didn't you say he got a package?
That's the next thing I was gonna say. The biggest thing that stood out to me was the Amazon Prime package on the dining room table that literally looks like fresh. There's several Amazon Prime packages, and obviously, if you're faking your own death and you're hiding out, you're going to be ordering a lot of Prime materials. So yeah, that box, that package and stuff, like, it looks like someone had just opened it. Because you know how packages get after they sit for a while, they lose color, and new package. Like, it's blowing my mind that the people who date on the package. There's several Amazon Prime packages. How many of you guys have gotten a package and it's Christmas and the boxes are sitting out for literally a couple weeks? And some of them you don't recycle and they sit there for like a month or 2 and they start to like turn to a lighter tan color and the colors fade. You guys know what I'm saying? Thank you, Daniel. You know what, Mom, you don't order stuff online a lot, but do you get what I'm saying? How boxes, they kind of like get wrinkly.
Yeah, I order things online sometimes. Not a whole lot.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep looking at these listing images.
But I was gonna say something earlier. The house now that the squatter was in, there was a light on, kind of like in the hallway, maybe by the garage, which I know that's not a huge thing, but it was a little odd.
When?
When I walked by there last week.
Was it, next time you go for a walk, tell me if it's on again. Another thing is like water bottle hanging out in front of the microwave. Like, come on. Like, you can just tell. The dish soap is half full, and then there's another empty dish soap. Like, I don't know. The whole thing, it just looks lived in, and it looks like someone who's seriously mental, like, is living there and hoarding. They made the bed with all the stuffed animals like he knew the house was going to be shown. That's the weirdest part. Like, he made the bed all nice and clean with stuffed animals, and there's a bag on the bed. Not sure what that is. You can just tell, like, the whole house is trashed, but the bed is perfectly made. Because it's like, that was, like, the one thing that, like, that's that room with that red light again. You know what I mean? Like, the rest of the house is just trashed. But then the bed is nicely made.
Yeah. I was just looking at one of the new people he started following, and one of the first one I looked at is from his hometown. Isn't that weird?
Yeah. Because they don't know he died, because there's no obituary in his hometown. The only obituary was in the town he's not even from. So let me give these people a little bit of context.
You should contact her and see
No.
if you contacted her.
I'm not doing that. But so remember what happened when all the trolls figured out who the woman was who claimed she was stalked by him for 30 years? And she said, some crazy woman in her podcast, don't contact me. So I didn't even have to contact anyone. All I'm saying here is that woman is rude because she literally posted a post on Facebook that is congruent with what I'm saying. She had an experience of him as if he's alive after he's dead. And I saw him in real life at the fucking grocery store after he supposedly died. I'm not making that up. I fucking saw him and I didn't even know he died. I didn't even know he quote unquote died. My mom told me. So what I'm saying here is, no. I'm going to give you a little bit of context. He is not from Jamestown, New York. He's from 350 miles away. He was born and raised literally like 7 hours away from Jamestown, New York. Born and raised like 7 hours away. That's where all of his family is, classmates. He moved down south a little bit. Then he goes to prison, meets my mom's best friend, Jane Doe, online. She, quote unquote, saves him, and he shacks up with her and says he's in love. And he lived there for like 10 years-ish, around there. But mind you, this guy's like 50 years old or something, almost like that, almost 50. And he spent, about 10 years of his life in Jamestown, but the majority of his life was in his hometown. Typically, when people die, the obituary takes place in their hometown, where their family is. And while he has siblings down south, it just doesn't make sense that they decided to create an obituary in a city where nobody knows him. He has no friends or connections. He has no family. He was literally just there rotting, missing his dead girlfriend. And he kept posting for months saying that he knows he's going to die soon. He knows he's going to die soon. Like, if you actually go on a deep dive down the rabbit hole of this guy's Facebook, oh my God, there's so many comments over and over. Like, he was just beating people to a pulp, beating into their head that he's dying soon. He's dying soon. He's dying soon.
Yeah, but then somebody told me that he almost died when he got sepsis, so he got a wake-up call, and then he didn't want to die.
So that they wouldn't think that he unalived himself, because if you claim a life insurance policy, you won't get the money if it's to suicide.
Yeah, so that's probably why he ended up supposedly dying. And then, I don't know, it's just really crazy. Like,
well, the crazy thing is, he said that he was in his bathtub and he was falling asleep, and then he said he was in his bed and he would have died if the cops hadn't showed up. Like, there's all these like crazy far-fetched stories on his Facebook leading up, like, for about a year straight, leading up to his death.
Remember that phone story when he went to the hospital and he couldn't find his phone, then he came back and his phone was blinking. How long was he in the hospital for? Like 3 or 4 days, and his phone was still not dead?
What? Why is that relevant though? So you think he lied about going to the hospital?
Well, that's another thing. He said he was at the hospital and he couldn't find his phone, but really
Thank you, Sherry.
That's not why he went to. Remember, he said, "Oh, I left my phone on the bed and I got sick." And then that, how could that be? He must have really brought the phone to the hospital.
This is not repeating the story. There's an update. That's why I banned you, because you're being ignorant. So what's happened? My mom called me yesterday when I was battling, and obviously I'm pushing podium and shit. So I had to hang up and tell her I'll get back to this tomorrow, because she told me it was about Peter, the person who is faking his death. So my point here is, she called me and said her best friend who died had a stepdad who basically, him and his girlfriend abandoned the house. And this house is by my mom's house. Peter sold that house in March of 2025. Recently, someone was caught squatting in the house that was abandoned. You get what I'm saying? Like, this was
they
Peter's.
Don't know if they caught them, but they knew that they were in there. They didn't catch them because they must have been
Well, no
out
shit,
when
they
the
didn't
cops
catch him. Mom, let me fucking talk. Sorry. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry.
You said they were in there and they caught them, but really,
I didn't say
don't think
that.
they caught them.
Oh, no, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. They caught a meth lab. They don't know who was in there. Now, this guy talks about experimenting with drugs in his Facebook. Like, he talks about all the chemical equations and how he wants to perfect the perfect type of, what type of drug was it? To sleep?
Meth.
No, not meth. Not in the house.
When he was
his
trying,
on
I
Facebook.
thought the one that they caught.
Remember,
they
he was
found a meth lab.
I know they caught a meth lab, but that's just what they're saying. They don't actually know. Like, people will just say.
They said it was meth. He was doing meth.
They don't know that, though, because they didn't catch the man. He could have been experimenting with the drug equations that he was trying to perfect on his Facebook.
My neighbor said that it was a meth lab. They saw meth in the house.
Okay, cool. So when people do that, they experiment, though. Like, they aren't just making that. And in his Facebook, which is in connection to this house, he talks about chemical equations of certain drugs and how he wants to combine painkillers with something else to have the perfect effect. He made a meth lab, but maybe he was also using that, though, as lab to make that perfect drug that he was commenting about on Facebook. How do you not remember this? Rogue, do you remember that comment? Several comments? You know, meth isn't a thing, right? It's literally just people putting a bunch of chemicals together and going crazy. Like, it's like, okay, yeah, I guess you're right. I could be wrong. Like, just because they're saying they found meth there doesn't mean he wasn't using it as, like, some weird laboratory to make that drug that he was talking about how he wanted to invent it on Facebook.
Yeah.
Don't you remember that comment? Do I have to go digging for it? Let me go digging for it. Rogue, are you here? I'll dig comment. Holy shit. I'm gonna have to go through like 500 screenshots because this guy put such a show on Facebook, dude. I'm not using names. Fake name Peter.
Don't you find it odd that he has married, Peter has married on both his Facebook accounts now? What if he really did get married?
It didn't say married before. Hold on. Let me go back and look. Oh, yeah, it said married. It did. It said married. Let me see if the other... Yeah, they both say married. That didn't change.
What if he is married now?
And he's mysteriously unfriended the love of his life? Like, what?
No, like, what if he found a new woman and he's married to her now?
That's what I'm saying.
No,
after she died, he unfriended her. After she died, he unfriended her. So, yeah, maybe he met...
that would make sense that he's married.
Did they say married together on Facebook or no? Rogue, are you...
I think eventually she said relationship. I don't think she said married because she didn't want a lot of people knowing her business. And it doesn't say a date that he's got married on his about section, so that's kind of odd.
No, they weren't married because their obituaries would have said it.
No, I know they're not married. I'm saying, what if he got married to someone else after her?
Yeah, that's why I said he probably unfriended her after she died because he met someone else.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Remember that story where he said he forgot his phone, or he lost his phone and got hurt, and the cops showed up and they took him to the hospital, and then he came home and his phone was magically appeared on the bed? Remember that?
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah,
let me
what I was
read
telling
you his Facebook comment. Someone mysteriously called the cops for a welfare check on him, and he doesn't know who it was. And so he said, no one has stood up and said that they were the ones who called. It may remain a mystery. I should call the Jamestown Police Department and put in a good word for those 2 officers who took the time to listen to me and talk to me. The one officer said he was the one who took the call, and later on he was thinking about me and stopped by. The funny thing is, I just smoked a bowl of weed to relax and watch my comfort show. Then I saw headlights at the dining room window, and then a knock. I was high, talking to the police. I know that now. The police were so nice and even said that they care about me. They were gonna go get a guy with drugs and guns, but they came to see me instead because the officer got the call a few days before they came to see me if I was all right. If there's a general welfare check, they don't wait a few days to check on the person. They do it within 15 to 20 minutes. And he's over here saying, oh, they decided to swing by and see if I was okay first before they went after a bad guy with drugs and guns. No, if there's a general welfare check, they go to the house within 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah. And nobody's like listening to me here. It's driving me nuts. Okay, I'm looking for the chemical equations. Like he was talking about, he literally put chemical equations in the Facebook comments. Like this guy's Facebook is like a rabbit hole for true crime. I guess you guys would put it like that. Hang on. I'm looking. There's so many screenshots. It was not a post though. It was a comment. I think it was when he was at the hospital. So, yeah. He's always talking about how he had a premonition that he's dying soon. Like, he repeatedly said that. He's going to die before he's 50. He always drives to the dead end. Like, every day for, like, a year straight, almost. This guy's talking about how he's going to be dying soon. Until, like, people are just, like, used to it. It's nothing new. And then actually he died, and they believe it. Like, oh, yeah, I guess that happened. Makes sense, because he kept saying he was going to. Like, he literally premeditated this just for social media. I don't know if he's legally pronounced dead, is my thing.
Yeah.
It's my destiny to die soon. I've been saying it for 30 years, just like how I knew who and what my soulmate, love of my life would be and look like, and that she would pass away before me, and I will follow not much longer years before I met her. I've had many premonitions.
When he was down south, he only said it now. He says, "Oh, I used to tell my friends that."
Well, listen to this shit. He said, I have had many premonitions and they all came true. How do you explain that?
Yeah, he back in his Facebook. You could never see any of his supposed premonitions he talked about now. He always says his whole life story on Facebook, yet he never said it before he met her. Now all of a sudden he's always saying it. That's proof right there.
So someone started arguing with him to seek medical attention. He said, I already did. I have white matter brain disease and broken heart syndrome. Both are fatal. And then the woman...
That's not even the real term. It's not even called white matter brain disease.
And then the woman said, brain disease, have to seek medical attention. Broken heart syndrome takes time to heal. Faith, prayers, you'll be okay. He said, my brain disease, there's nothing they can do besides give me migraine medication. Broken heart syndrome is damage to the heart from the stress of grieving, crying, and feeling angry. Sometimes because Doe, like his girlfriend who died, didn't deserve to get ovarian cancer. I've been saying I will die before 50 to 30 years, or before 50. I've been saying I will die before 50 for 30 years, like I knew who my soulmate, love of my life would be, and look like. So he knew what she would look like, and he knew she would pass away before me. And I will follow not much longer. I'm okay with this.
Yeah, and so
it's like giving it's kind of weird. Like, if I don't know. Let me keep reading. I'm okay with this. I want to move on from this world and this nightmare I'm living in and go to heaven with my Jane Doe. I can't explain it, but every single premonition I ever had came true. I hope that he didn't, like... Anyway, let me keep reading. He said, I'm not going to hurt myself. I've had many premonitions come true, especially telling my friends and family about who and what my soulmate, love of my life, would be and look like to a T, years before I met her. I also told them that my soulmate would pass away before me, and I will follow not much longer before 50, as far back as the 90s. She passed away when I was 47, giving me enough time to settle her estate and see my family one last time. I did that last July in my hometown. Now I have health issues and I have not much time left. I look forward to the sweet release of death, but in the meantime, I still have a few things to do before I go. Like I said, every single premonition I ever had came true. How do you explain that? What am I supposed to think about time coming when everything I said has come to pass? The woman would, listen, young man, if you have health issues, seek medical attention. And then he went into the brain matter thing. He said, it's my destiny to die soon. I've been saying it for 30 years, just like how I knew who and what my soulmate, love of my life, would be and look like, and that she would pass away before me, and I will follow not much longer, years before I met her. I have had many premonitions, and they all came true. How do you explain that? And he kept saying these same things, all of his comments, replies. It's weird. It's really weird.
Yeah, that is.
And he said, oh, but it's true. The last two add will drive on. I even told my love that she died of somewhere, and here I am on the west side where I'll die. Like how the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. I saw the sun go down on my love. Now I see it going down for me. I had many premonitions come true, especially telling my friends and family about who and what my soulmate, love of my life, would be and look like to a T. That my soulmate would pass away before me, and I before 50 years before I met her, as far back as the 90s. She passed away when I was 47, giving me enough time to settle her estate and see my family one last time, and I did that last July. There's not much time left. I look forward to the sweet. I still have a few things to do before I go. I want to live before I die. Like I said, every single premonition I ever had came true. Like, he says the same thing, but he doesn't copy and paste it, which is even crazier. He's just like beating it into people's heads that he's dying soon. And he says, I'm trying. It's so hard without my love. My path is ending. I'm going home. I have the gift of things that will happen before they do. I can't explain it, but it's real. What am I supposed to think when everything I ever said came true? Everyone grieves differently, especially someone like me who is in touch with my emotions. I don't have much longer. No, these are all separate comments. Wait. He said, I don't have much longer to live. My health is declining, and I always knew that I would die. Forward to the sweeter release of death. I will be free and with my... But in the meantime, I still have a few things to do before I go. I want to get my old self back and live before I die.
He said it again, the same
over and over again on another post. I don't have much longer to live. My health is declining, and I always knew I would die not much longer after my love. I look forward to the sweet release of death. I will be free with my love again in heaven. But in the meantime, I still have a few things to do. I want to get my old self back and live before I die. And then he said it again. I have emotional, mental, and physical health issues. I don't have much longer to live. I look forward to the sweet release of death. I will be free and with my love again in heaven. She was my last stop in life. I was born and raised in the east side. Now I'm here to set in the west, where I will die. Like now, like how the sun rises in the east and sets in the west, but in the time, I do want to heal from this horrible pain. It's torture, a living hell. I want to get my old self back. I want to live before I die. Then he says, no way. That would be a curse. My health is declining, and I can't live without my love. I even told her that I would... It's...
These were posts he made over?
No, Mom, these are comments, individual comments that he's replying to people with.
Oh, he must have just copied and pasted them. That's really creepy.
No, he didn't. That's the thing. That's what makes it brilliant. He's repeating but he's actually writing it. That's not copy and paste. He's saying the same thought, but he's rearranging his words every time.
I think he might have copied and pasted and just changed it around a little to make it look like.
No, he's not copying and pasting, I'm telling you. He actually is writing this. I used to work in public school. I know when something's copy and pasted by typos. He didn't have typos. It's not copy and pasted. It's all different times. He just had that much free time on his hands to respond individually to everyone's comments. It was that important to him.
Okay. Oh, okay. But now the other thing is if he knew he was dying, why didn't he make an obituary and put her name in it? Because if I knew I was dying, like I've already started writing my
Because,
obituary.
Mom, think of it this way. People who are nosy that read the obituary would want to know about the house and drive by. Her name, because he said she was a public figure, like a little local celebrity, a business owner and all that, lots of social friends. If her name was included in that obituary, all of her friends would have seen it and shared it. Like, I would have seen it. You know what I mean? I didn't even know he died. Not many people knew because he didn't fucking die.
He could have just sent it to his family. I'm just saying, if he really thought he was going to die, he probably would have written an obituary. That's how set he was that he was going to die. But then, he didn't write his own obituary.
Yeah, and that's why it's even weirder, because listen to these comments. Possibilities are endless. Who's to say there isn't a female version of myself out there, or a male version? It's just a thought.
That means he's gay.
No, Mom, no. Just stop. Please don't say offensive things on here.
I'm not. I'm just saying.
Just calm down. Let me finish reading the comments. Alternate versions of ourselves are like a mirror image. However, if their alternate selves could also be the opposite of who we are. No, he's just talking about like a duplicate of him. Please. He said, I have deep thoughts. I think a lot, and sometimes I lose myself with my thoughts. Every last twisted one of them. My original Facebook was hacked, and I can't get it back, so I created a new one. Now my phone can't sign into the new account. I had to make it happened. So I have friends on both accounts, and I tagged myself. And surprisingly, he deleted his love of his life from his Facebook friends list when this happened, because he knew when he fakes his death, a bunch of people will tag him and Laura, and only friends.
You mean Jane Doe?
Yeah, Jane Doe. Thank you. I can't believe I'm 49. What happened? I was just a kid growing up, and now I'm pushing 50, living on the west side of Bleep, where I will die. All these memories are flooring my mind, remembering everything I did in my younger years. It's mind-boggling how fast it went. Now, mind you, this guy never, ever was told by a doctor that he was going to be dying. A doctor never told him that. Ever. And he went to the hospital, and they said he was okay. So, just that he had like a little laceration because he hit his head. He had, yeah. So let me keep reading. Yeah, this is how like in love he made it seem on Facebook with his dead girlfriend. She showed me my worth. If an extraordinary, loving woman like her can love a man like me with a dark past, then I must be someone special. She was the love of my life. She lit up so many people, especially me. She loved me no matter what I did in my past. No one has ever made me believe so strong. I have so many memories of us. Our 12-year, 4-month relationship. But mind you, he wasn't in prison that first year, and they didn't meet. Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So they were in a long distance relationship, and moving in with her. How many months or years was it that had passed before he officially like moved for her?
I don't think it was more than a couple of years. Well, then he was in prison after they met also.
Right. So like the whole context of them meeting was stemming from his prison. Like, did she write to him in prison? Like, how did they met online? Anyway, let me keep reading. She was my second chance at life, and now I'm holding down a good job, new car, money in the bank, paying all the bills and taxes by myself, which I never had the responsibility of doing. She would be proud that I'm getting it right for the first time in my life. I don't have much longer to live. I just want to live before I die. Like, every single comment on Facebook that he responds to, he says he's going to be dying soon. For months, like for a year.
The doctors never diagnosed him as dying. He was just saying he had a premonition.
Oh, Amanda, I'll tell you the update in a second. I'm going into a deep dive on his Facebook comments. Birthdays aren't the same without my love. I miss her so much. It hurts. I can't take this anymore. I just want to die. I have premonitions of who and what my soulmate, love of my life, and I will follow not much longer, years before I Laura, so he's saying years before he met, going to meet her, and he knew she was going to die before him, and that he was going to die shortly after, is what he's saying. In my opinion, it sounds like he took matters into his own hands. He's not dead, and he faked his own death, and he's setting it up. That's my opinion. Spectating.
And she started having bad stomach pains and didn't tell anybody. And then finally, they told me it was cancer. So who knows? Wonder if somebody was giving her something to make her sick.
I don't know. Let me finish reading his comments.
Could that be, you think?
I don't know. She was my third love and my last and greatest love of all. Even told before I moved up here that she was my last stop in my life. There's no other love. No one could ever compare to her and replace her. I do not see a fourth love. My time is short, and I am ready to fly away to heaven to be with my love. Now, mind you, he for like a year straight says he's dying soon, and he did not write up an obituary with her name in it.
Now, she told me that she got tested, and her mother died of ovarian cancer, but when she got her test results back, she got the gene from her dad's side. So she didn't get ovarian cancer like her mother. It started in her stomach.
Hey, I don't like talking.
Find it odd.
I don't want to talk about it anymore. Okay, I'm gonna finish reading these comments. Please don't. That word triggers me, and I don't like hearing about it. Okay. He said, I never went mad like I did last night. The pain was too. Punching my bed, screaming, crying, remembering all. Oh, I don't know where the rest of the comment is. Yeah, I don't have the rest of the comment. He said, thank you. I can't believe I'm 49. What happened? I was just a kid. See, he says the same things over and over again. He says he's going to die soon, buy his book before he dies. Like, he's talking about parents, and I'm not going to say when or from where. He said, I lived there for 14 years. I hated that year-round sunshine with green trees. It was flat, no hills. Winters were nice, especially when we got cold fronts that ushered in cooler, drier air. I love Western New York with hills, lakes, ponds, rivers, waterfalls, mountains, and change of seasons. It's ironic that I was born and here I am on the west side of New York, like how the sun rises in the east and sets in the west. The sun is low in my life, and I can't wait to be with my love in heaven. I can't find some of her videos. Her account exists, but it's a memorial page. My original Facebook memories of my love. More like I used to, so I can keep her memory alive. Wait a minute. Did all the pictures of them get deleted from her Facebook after she died?
Stuff.
Hold on. I'm going to go to her Facebook and see.
So remember when, so he said sepsis, and after he got sepsis, he said, oh, that's kind of strange there. Like you were saying, it's about the insurance where you don't want the insurance company to know anything. So he just kind of reneged on it.
No, there's some pictures of them. There's still some pictures of them. But he's not tagged in any of them. He got untagged from literally every single picture she tagged him in, which is very strange. So let's go back to reading that comment. I can't even tag her anymore like I used to keep her memory alive. That's weird. Guys, can you hear me? Hello?
Hello?
I'm talking to the chat.
Oh.
All right, listen to this. Oh, hold on. I'm going to do a mic check. Can you hear me better now? Comment yes or no if you can hear me better now. Hello? Mic check, mic check, mic check. Is this better, yes or no? Okay. So, Amanda, are you still here? There's been an update regarding the guy who's faking his own death. On the tax parcel that I have access to, public information, it said that his dead girlfriend, Jane Doe, sold her house in March of 2025 to an out-of-town landlord who lives like 500 miles away. And in that time, the house got sold. His dead girlfriend's dead stepdad's girlfriend abandoned their house, which is down the street from my mom. And it was reported to police that someone was squatting in that house. And the police raided the house, found no one, but they found a meth lab. And I remember Peter, the man faking his own death, making posts, comments about how he wants to invent the perfect painkiller drug. And he was like posting chemical equations. This all checks out because he would have had nowhere to live because that house got sold. And so the crazy thing, though, is that it said his dead girlfriend sold it. Dead people can't sell houses years after their death. Nonetheless, my mom got an update that someone is squatting in that house and they are making there's like a meth lab, and now the house is still sitting there empty. Me and my mom were talking about him faking his own death back in July. And now, what did you just tell me about something you said? What did you say now?
About sepsis, you mean?
You said you heard someone walking through your yard.
Oh, remember when we first figured it out, all that he might still be alive, and then I heard somebody outside my door, and...
Wait, it's freezing. It's free. Guys. Now it's totally glitched out. Can you hear me? Am I here? Hello? Hello, guys on YouTube. Am I still frozen? Okay. I'm having really bad connection issues right now. King, how is my connection on a scale of 1 to 10? You're the only person I trust. 1 to 10. Audio, video. It's a 6. Okay, I'll be right back. Okay, how is the connection now? On a scale of 1 to 10, King. Is it King 1 to 5, 1 to 10? Okay, I just reset my Wi-Fi on my phone. Okay, so let's just rewind. His dead ex-girlfriend died in 2021. He faked his own death and continued living in the house. I saw him at the grocery store. That's how I know he's alive. I saw him after he supposedly died on Facebook. I don't give a fuck what anyone says. I fucking saw him. So, therefore, he's alive. I saw him. And you can't take that away from me. I saw him. Therefore, it's a fake death on Facebook. Fake obituary. I don't give a fuck. If you disagree with me, I'll ban you. You understand? So if you have a problem, let me know right now and I'll ban you. Moving forward, if you don't like it, get the fuck out. He's faking his own death. His dead ex-girlfriend mysteriously sells the house in March of 2025. His dead ex-girlfriend had a stepfather who died. So the dead ex-girlfriend's mother died and gave her the house. She moved Peter in with her 10 years ago. Well, whatever, however many years it's been like 12 years. And I want to say like 2010. So you do the math. She died in 2021. So 11 years prior to her death, she moved him into her dead mom's house that she inherited. Her name was on the deed.
Well, it was her.
Don't say. Just leave it where I'm at. Because according to the fucking paperwork on the tax parcel, she's the only owner.
Oh, yeah, she owns it. She owned it when she passed away, yeah.
Nonetheless, he's alive. He pretends he's dead on Facebook. Makes a fake obituary in a city he's not even from where nobody knows him. Nobody knows this guy at all. They don't know him. He's not from Jamestown. He's squatting, I guess. It's not even squatting. He's still living in his house. Finally, a couple years go by. It's 2025. In March, the dead girlfriend sells the house. How do dead people sell houses? Because he impersonated her selling the house by the internet on the phone. He sold the house over the phone. That's my opinion. That's the only way this whole thing could have been like slide.
Yeah, if it was her, for people who are saying it was her estate, if it was her estate, she had him in the will, so it would have been under his name.
And he's dead.
I think he just did that for tax reasons.
So nonetheless, I don't know if he went down south, but this is where my mom has an update. My mom's dead friend, Jane Doe, her mom died. Her stepdad got a new girlfriend. Had a new girlfriend. They lived close to my mom's house. And the guy died, the woman abandoned the house. And the house that got abandoned was a place where someone was squatting. And recently
she didn't abandon it. She just was staying with family.
It was abandoned, okay? If she's not...
Yeah, but she still owned it, and she would still go there maybe once a year or something. She hasn't been there in months, but she was staying with her sister, and then she was down south.
Yeah, the bitch abandoned the house. It was abandoned to the point people had so much time on their hands to build a meth lab. Someone did.
Yeah, and there were other people in there, too, that they saw driving by in the past.
You don't know that, though.
Yeah, the neighbor, I saw a truck down there, and then remember that one guy was in my backyard? It was probably from that house.
So you're ruining it. Let me just talk.
I'm just saying exactly what happened, though.
He sells her house under her name in March of 2025. Conveniently enough, someone starts squatting in her dead stepfather's house that's abandoned. And then the neighbors are concerned. They report it to police. Police raid the house. They find no humans, but they find a meth lab. And then my mom said someone was walking through her yard. What month was that?
It was last year. So if he had a scanner, he would have heard all this, and now he knows that they didn't go there anymore, so that'd be a perfect opportunity.
No, Mom,
for him to
remember
go there.
you said just recently someone was walking through your yard and you were worried it was him?
No, I saw someone walking last year when all that was going on, but then when we were talking about it more recently, I thought he was out there. But I didn't see anybody. I just heard someone, and I was freaked out thinking it was him.
And this was before he... Wait, what year was this in? What year?
This was probably just a few months ago.
How long has the house been abandoned for?
Probably a year and a half.
Okay, well, this is confusing then because he sold her house March of 2025.
But he was squatting in her house. Then when all the people stopped robbing it,
he wasn't squatting, he was living there.
He was living at Jane Doe's house. And then
what did your friend at the utility company say?
Okay, remember that no names were on it? Now somebody bought it. So he's had to stop squatting there because somebody bought it.
Right.
So
and remember the whole 2 years, or remember he was faking his death before the house got sold. Tell them what the woman from the utility company said about the electric at the house, or gas, whatever.
She said that there was no information. Well, it wasn't there. She just worked for the city. But she said there was no information anywhere that anyone even owned it. Like it just didn't even exist. And remember, we looked on the map and there wasn't even a number on it, which that can happen sometimes with people if you don't want it on there. But that's another, what a coincidence.
But the house has electricity.
Yeah, that's another odd thing. But I was just saying it's odd because once that house did get sold, you remember then we found out that it did get sold, I think it was in January this year.
No, March, Mom.
March. Then he didn't have anywhere to go squatting. So that's when the opportunity arose for the house down the street from me.
No.
So he could have gone
I think
there.
he had been going back and forth between both houses, which is actually a really convenient way to fake your own death.
Well, they said that he was in the basement, so it could be at this house down by me.
Yeah.
They had he might have been in the basement.
And he would have access to that house because you know for a fact that there's spare keys in that house that he was living in.
Yeah.
So, yeah, that's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, I'm just saying.
Because, like, it's not like they had listen, hear me out. This house where there was a meth lab, his dead girlfriend's mom died. So it's not like she broke up with the stepfather. She died. So she would still have had copies of the house key laying around. And he probably discovered those keys. Oh, my hair just touched my leg and it freaked me out. He probably discovered those keys when he was living there after Jane Doe died.
You get what I'm saying? Because at one time they did find a broken screen.
Okay, let's go back to the Facebook comments. Just so you can like understand the scale here of why I feel this way. I feel this way because I saw him in the flesh. I physically saw him, made eye contact with him. He immediately diverted eye contact and kept walking straight forward and like refused to talk to me. And I thought that was because he didn't like me anymore because my mom must have been talking shit about me. So Jane Doe died. In my post with Jane Doe and Peter. Peter's the guy who's faking his own death. I'm using fake. Like, sometimes my mom and I would get into fights when I was like 18, 19. She'd talk shit about me to her best friend because that's what people do. And she would talk shit about me right there when Peter was there, and he'd chime in, and they'd be awkward around me sometimes. But then me and my mom would make up, and then everything would be cool, right?
Yeah, but he would overdo it a lot of times.
And nonetheless, I know. So when I ran into him back in 2023, was it 2023? Like November, December? No, it was in my it was April. It was April. It was my birthday. It was it was March of 2024. March 2024. March of 2024, I ran into him at Wegmans, made eye contact with him, and I said, "Hey, Peter." And he Wegmans through the automatic doors, huge vestibule area where all the shopping carts are. He was exiting Wegmans with a shopping cart, a 2-tier shopping cart. He had that same goddamn long black trench coat he always wears. He dresses the same. Like, this guy always dresses the same. His hair was longer. It looked like he had dyed it black. He looked like he might have been going a little bald, but his hair was really long, stringy, greasy. He looked like he had lost a ton of weight. Am I looping right now? King, are you still here? Bro, if my connection drops again, I'm going to lose my mind. Hello? Is my connection good, King? On a 1 to 10. Okay, I see him at Wegmans. He's exiting, like, you know how Wegmans, like, there's self-checkout. You walk through the space, and then you're about, like, 50 to 75 feet from the automatic doors. I'm grabbing a shopping cart. He's passing by the shopping cart. Still about 175 feet, about 75 feet from the automatic doors. I said, "Hi, Peter. Hi, Peter." He looked, eye contact. He looked at me like this. He literally went like you could see in his eyes, like his eyes like lit up and went. And he just kept walking straight ahead. He refused to turn around. He refused to talk to me. And then when I saw my mom, I could have sworn it was not. We had a phone call, but I guess we were in person. Nonetheless, I said, "Were you talking shit about me to Peter?" And my mom's like,
No, I think it was a phone.
"Yeah, it was a phone call." No, I thought it was when we went out for my birthday we were talking about it. Was it a phone call too?
I think we talked about it after in person too, though.
Okay, yeah. So nonetheless, I call my mom and I'm like, "Were you talking shit about me to Peter?" And she's like, "No, why?" Or no, she said, "Peter who?" And I said, "Jane's boyfriend." And you're like, "No, why?" And I was like, "Because I just saw him. I saw him at Wegmans. I kept saying hi to him. He looked at me and refused to turn his head around and kept walking. It was rude. And I just assumed he doesn't like me now because he must have been talking shit about me." And then you're like, "Adriel, he's dead." And I'm like, "Oh, yeah." And I said, whenever, like a week or two ago, whatever. And then you were like, "He's dead." And then
I said, "Hey, girl, he's dead." And I was so creeped out. I was so creeped out.
And I was like, "No, he's not. I just saw him at Wegmans." And then we drove by the house and the light was on. What?
Yeah, I really think you did see him by the way you were acting. That was so creepy.
Because he's not fucking dead. He faked his death. And so
I know, but I thought you really thought you saw him.
I did see him.
Is that he, like, if it was really like somebody else, I would have sensed something. Like, you thought you saw him, he was across the street, something like that. I wouldn't have been so creeped out. But by me being so creeped out, that means that you probably, like you really did see him.
Yeah. Okay, so then someone said, "Peter, just stop." He said, "It's true. I don't have much longer to live due to my health declining." And then another comment. Like, all these posts, like, thousands of comments. He's just telling strangers on his Facebook that he's dying soon. King, can you tell me what?
I'm right outside my house now, and I can see that house right from my front yard. I mean, right from my house, even. Isn't that weird?
And also, a woman who he stalked for 30 years made a Facebook post saying, "Post-mortem, somehow my stalker is deleting all of his nasty tweets towards me." And she got angry and thought that it was his family doing it. So I'm like, fuck no, he's the one doing it. Because his family doesn't know the login to his burner Twitter account. Be fucking for real. Then all the trolls figured out who she was and contacted her. And then she said, "I'm crazy," and for all these people to quit contacting her. No, bitch, I saw him in real life. And he's the one who deleted those tweets. Your stalker, I'm sorry to say it, is still alive. Go fuck yourself.
The light is on upstairs. Isn't that weird?
So this house that had a meth lab is literally across by my mom's house, but I'm not saying where.
Like kitty corner.
I know where it is.
I know. I see the light on upstairs, and it's never on. I mean, except that time I walked by, and the other light was
Send me a
like,
picture.
downstairs.
Send me a picture.
Oh,
is it red? Is it red?
Well, I mean, it is like a little on the orange side.
Take a picture and send it to me now.
It could just be the way it is.
Send a picture to me now.
All right, I have to take a picture.
Okay, I have to run to the bathroom, so take the picture, text it to me, and then you can chat with the chat. I'll be right back in literally a minute.
All right. All right, I just took the picture. Oh, I have to go. I don't have my data turned on. I've got to turn it on.
Just send it to me on Instagram or Facebook. You don't have to text it if you need to. If it's quicker to just send it on Instagram.
Okay, I just have When I'm on the phone, I can't turn my data on, but I'm right.
That woman is a
by my
dumbass.
house.
I'm sorry I said it. That woman is a complete dumbass with zero survival instincts. Because if she was actually in fear of her life from this guy who's been stalking her, and a woman to woman is like, hey, heads up, I saw him at the grocery store, and X, Y, and Z is telling me he's faking his own death on Facebook. She's a fucking bitch. Like, there's no other way around it.
She probably thinks it's him.
What do you mean?
She probably thinks it's Peter talking to her.
No, she knows I'm a real person. These trolls contacted her and rerouted her to my podcast, and she's like, I don't want to watch a podcast if there's a crazy woman who thinks my stalker is still alive. Let me live in peace. He's gone now, and I have no reason to be afraid. And it's like, oh my God.
She's probably just living in denial. I wouldn't take it personal. I know I'd be upset, but she probably just wants to be done with him and thinks that he's not a threat to her anymore. But hopefully nothing happens to her and he doesn't come after her.
I don't know what the context of his stalking was, if it was just cyber stalking versus real life. So I don't know at all.
I sent you the picture.
So the squatter house has the lights on tonight. And that is...
Is that light up in the back there?
Yeah, that's like the top, that's like the bedroom.
They might just have it on, though, so people don't break in again.
See if it's on tomorrow night.
Oh, yeah, I should go by every day and see if there's different lights on, because I don't think she'd be there every day.
She doesn't live there anymore. She abandoned the house. It's literally a biohazard to even step foot inside because a squatter turned it into a meth lab. So
yeah, but when they had to clean everything out, I think she went there to, like, direct them and all.
Okay, so these are more of his Facebook comments where he's like convincing the whole world he's gonna die soon. Guys, King, can you rate my connection 1 to 10? Is it still good?
I just sent it so it's rotated the right way.
Oh, I can flip it around. That's fine. But thank you. I'll check it out.
See how they have that bin in there for throwing everything out? Because my neighbor said everything's destroyed and they have to throw everything out from the meth.
Yeah, therefore...
Jeez.
Yeah, those things can explode. Okay. I had premonitions of who and what my soulmate love of my life would be and look like, just like I knew she would die before me, and I will follow. I knew this years before I met her. She was my third love and my last and greatest love of all. I even told her before I moved up here. Oh, I cut off. I can't see the rest. He said, I have a lot of trauma in my life. I have PTSD from love, suffer until they passed away. I got hooked on painkillers and lost everything before my mom, everything after my mom died. I was homeless in rehab, jails, and missions. As much drugs and alcohol I was taking, I should have been dead many times. My love was my second chance at life, and now I'm finally getting it right. I have a good job, a new car, money in the until after she died. He didn't
They're
have...
not talking about her father. They're talking about my friend's boyfriend. They think they're talking about... Somebody's saying they're thinking...
My mom's best friend died, and her boyfriend faked his own death 2 years later. 2 years later. Okay. Was it 2 years later? I can't remember now. Yeah, 2 years later.
21 she passed, and then it was 23 that he supposedly passed.
Yeah. So, listen to this shit. This is what's fucked up. I should have been dead many times over as much drugs and alcohol as he was using. My love was my second chance at life, and now I'm finally getting it right. I have a good job, a new car, money in the bank. I'm paying all the bills and taxes by myself, which I never had the responsibility of doing. Yeah, not until after she died. Because he didn't have the job, he didn't have a new car, and he didn't have to pay any bills when they were together, because she did all of that. So it's really fucking weird that he's saying he's getting a new chance at life because of her, when the truth is he didn't do any of that until after she died. So was her death his second shot at life, or was his love and relationship his second shot at life? Because he didn't...
it just boiled down to he wanted the money and he didn't want to pay taxes on it. And he was on probation for quite a while, so he didn't
said
have to be on that.
No, listen to this shit. My love would be so proud of me. She left me a nice house with a beautiful yard and a pond I made. It's like a little park. I don't have much longer to live, and I want to live before I die. It's fucking weird. I never even took that into consideration where he said she was my second chance at life, and now I'm finally getting it right. So you mean to say you were with her for what you claim is 14 years, 12 years, something like that? But now you're finally doing good after she died? Like, that's just weird. Anyway, he said my time.
Yeah, that's crazy. It's saying like wants a new chance at life because he's putting his life in his own hands and he's forming his own fate. Like, like to pretend he's dying and he really didn't die.
He said my time is.
This is his new life.
Right. He said my time is short. There may not be a third for me. A third what? Oh, a third.
Third life, third chance. Because nobody knows he exists, at least around here, so he's probably somebody else somewhere else.
Okay, there might not be a third for me, and I look forward to the sweet release of death. I'm not of this world, I never was. I know my place in heaven. Lord, I know I'm bound for heaven because I've done my time in hell. And then he said, I'm trying. Then he goes and says the whole thing all over again. PTSD, his mom died, then the love of his life died. Let me just read it, fuck it. Guys, you should join the grieving Facebook group and look and see if he pulled these same crazy comments in there. Look at this. He said, I'm trying, but it's so hard. I had to watch my mom suffer with multiple sclerosis until she passed away. My love was all I had. She was my family, love of my life. There's no time limit for grieving. I've always been a sensitive person, and I have PTSD from watching them suffer. Everyone grieves differently. I know you love your family, so imagine, God forbid, if you had to watch your family suffer and pass away. You don't know what someone is going through unless they are going through it themselves. I joined a grieving group on Facebook, and there are so many people hurting still after many years of their losses. I had a dark past, and for the first time in my life, I have a good job. I'm paying all the bills and taxes, new car, money in the bank, holding down the house my love left me. I never had these responsibilities all by myself on one income, and she would be proud of that. He doesn't have one income. He has her income because he sold her business and inherited $100,000.
Yeah, he doesn't want to, now he's realizing he doesn't want to pay taxes, and he's on probation. He was in jail when he was with her, too. And remember, he follows that group about hackers.
Wait. Did you say probation or parole?
Well, it might have been parole, but I think it was probation.
Because I think if you go to prison, that's parole. Probation is a punishment. So, like,
It probably is parole because he was in prison for.
Because, like, the difference between parole and probation. So, probation is, so, like, instead of sentencing someone to go to prison time, they say, we'll put you on probation instead as long as you follow the curfew, no bars and alcohol, stuff like that. Whereas parole is after you serve prison sentence, you get out and you have to be on how many years was he in prison for?
Well, okay, when he was down south, he was in prison.
Okay, when he was with your friend, how many years was he in prison?
It was like maybe a year or two. But then she said that I think it was parole because she said they come at like 4 a.m. and pound on the door and wake them up and they would get so upset. So he might have wanted to just not be on that anymore.
So what I'm saying is, what year did he get out of prison when he was with your best friend? Wasn't that like 2015
I don't know, maybe
or 2017?
2015 or 16?
I think it was right around, 2015 or 2016. And so how long would you be on parole for after, well, he had been in and out of prison in that same state?
Probably a year or two. Oh, so yeah, maybe he was off it by then anyway. We could probably find it out online, all that information.
And he never violated his parole or went back to prison?
No, but remember when he was down south,
didn't he get arrested in Pennsylvania for fraudulent pharmacy prescriptions?
Yeah, but I'm talking about, there's a huge toad. Whoa. No, I'm saying when he was down south, he asked his probation officer if he could get out to move here, and they let him. He said, "Come here, Toad. I want to move him to the grass."
After
Oh, shoot, I don't wanna
he
go on
got
the
out
road.
of prison in New York,
Come here, go
he
this way.
was also arrested in, I think, from my memory, Pennsylvania, for making fraudulent prescriptions. Don't you remember
Yeah.
that?
Yeah, that's when he went the second time that I know of to jail or prison.
What year
But
was
he got
that?
moved around a couple times.
But that was Pennsylvania, not New York.
Yeah, but since he worked in New York, he was in a company car.
If
I
you
think
if you
he
do
was-
the crime in Pennsylvania, you go to prison in Pennsylvania.
Well, wherever he was, she went and visited him. So it might have been Pennsylvania that he was
Okay,
in prison.
so then when he was in New York, when did he go to jail or prison?
No, he didn't. That was the only time after the one down south. When he was in Maryland, he said he was in jail. And then when he did the prescription thing, when he worked for New York, but he was in, I'm not going to say the city, but yeah, he was in PA.
Hey, are you coming down? Hang on just a second. Okay, I shut my
Okay.
camera off. I'll be right back. I have to blow my nose. You can come down.
Okay.
Oh. Whew. Your hair's so long. Mom, you can respond to comments for a few minutes. I have to go in the other room. Oh, I want to
Okay.
eat more lasagna today, but I never made it. I'm hungry. I think the whole kitchen is nice. There's some broccoli on it.
Does anybody have anything to say? I've had a rough day. I'm not really feeling that good.
Oh yeah, look it up. I'm looking for my pistachios. Where they are. Over here. I don't have one of those parts, so. Woo. All right, I'm gonna be over here.
Thank you, Layla. Thank you, King Smith. Oh, yeah, it's pretty dark. Well, yeah, it's dark right now, but.
Okay, so we're gonna assume he was off of parole by when he faked his death.
Well, I can find out for sure, but probably now that you mention it.
Okay, and okay, I'm gonna keep reading these comments now on his Facebook because they're crazy.
I still can't get over that she wasn't in his obituary. His girlfriend.
Your best friend.
Yeah. The family met her. They seemed to like her from what she said.
Because he didn't want to draw attention to himself for people to keep checking in on him and all that.
Yeah, so that leads me to believe I always thought they wrote the obituary, but that makes sense now that he probably wrote the obituary and did put her name in that on purpose. Yeah, we were talking about that some time ago. Yeah, that's right. So that would make sense. So if he has a new wife.
I mean, the family members know, obviously, how obsessed he was with her by his Facebook comments alone.
Yeah, but when they were together, when I saw them, he didn't act obsessed with her. That's the crazy thing.
Who?
He didn't act like that. He wasn't a doting boyfriend. He was yelling at her at times. Sometimes he was nice.
This guy was, I'm sorry to say it, he was a bum.
Yeah, he was just a bum. Remember he climbed trees really, really high, like probably 30 feet high.
And he was always going to the hospital to find an excuse to get painkillers. Remember, he'd always go to the emergency room?
Yeah, like why would he climb a tree 30 feet high? What was he doing it to practice for something?
Why did he keep digging holes in the backyard before she died?
Yeah, I don't know. And then she said her turtles went the one turtle went missing. He was out there. He had no idea where the turtle went. That really gets me whenever I think about it.
So he dug up a pond, but then he kept digging holes. How many holes did he dig up in her backyard?
Well, I know the pond. I'm trying to, what other ones? I mean, he did a lot of different things.
No, he commented about digging more.
Oh, yeah.
He's saying that he was making more ponds.
Maybe he has things hidden there.
Thank you. I can't believe I'm 49. What the hell happened? Oh, I'm not reading this one again. Like, he literally just says the same thing. Again, what the hell happened? I was just a kid. Like, he repeats, but he doesn't copy and paste. He says, I physically feel... What?
King Smith said especially if she left him stuff. You mean to hide in the pond?
Was he smart or drugged out? I mean, I don't really know. He just was a guy. He didn't seem drugged out.
Yeah, but the whole tree climbing thing, my friend thought it was very odd. She says, he climbs that tree. It was maybe it was a tree in the backyard. He would climb it just to keep watch over. So, like, when he was there alone, he could climb it and, I don't know, watch for things? But what would he watch for? That doesn't make sense to me. It's not normal to climb your tree 30 feet high. Because she would point to exactly where he would go.
Every day?
No, I don't think it was every day. But she even thought it was kind of odd. Maybe to hide. Maybe he did it before to hide.
It's kind of hard to hide in a tree, Mom.
What?
A 6 foot tall man can't hide in a tree. I mean, most people aren't thinking to look up.
Yeah, but if he goes like in a thick tree, like a pine tree or something, and he climbs it, people aren't going to see him there.
A bunch of ticks are going to drop on him. Okay. Checked into the emergency room. I'm looking for the comment where he talks about chemical equations of drugs he wants to invent.
I could probably find more out from the neighbors.
He didn't go hunting. I don't think he had guns or anything like that. What? Nothing.
You think they got fingerprints?
Fingerprints of
my
what?
Neighbor's house?
Oh my God, imagine if they got fingerprints and it traced back to him.
Yeah, because
I don't think they care. Jamestown doesn't give a fuck about that stuff. They just literally are there to report, document it, and make sure someone cleans it up.
Yeah.
It's literally New York. Like, they will not invest their time in that. Okay, he said, I physically feel better. Wasn't admitted, so I'm home. See? And this is in December of 2022, which is literally 3 months before he quote unquote dies. So again, let me talk. His stories are not in alignment with his previous statement. He has declining health and he's dying soon. Read his comment about his visit to the hospital. I physically feel better, but I'm extremely depressed. I was not admitted, so I'm home. I slept all day, took 4 or 5 hot baths to soothe my restless, burning legs and arms, a condition unrelated to my fall. I watched the movie last Christmas that my love told about and watched together. How can she tell you about it if she's dead?
Maybe before she died, they watched it together.
He has a lot of George Michael songs in the film, which my love and I loved. George Michael's death was the biggest and saddest loss we felt because he was such a huge part of our younger years. He passed away Christmas morning. It's eerily weird that he wrote and sang the song Last Christmas. He was 53, the exact same age my love was when she passed away. I've been thinking about...
No, I don't think he was 53. He wanted to die before he was 50.
I'm reading his comment about George Michael.
Oh.
Are you not listening to me?
Yeah, but I thought you were on to Peter after that.
He was 53, the same exact age my love was when she passed away. You're getting banned. Sorry. Okay. I have been thinking about my life a lot and how time went slower. That's because we were kids and everything seemed smaller. Now I will be 49 next month, and I can't believe how fast time is going, being on the other side of my life, nearing the end. 18 months since she's been gone already. I had an epiphany. One day I'll die, and my body that had life will be gone, my entire life, on the blink of an eye. My hands won't move anymore, my brain function will stop, my heart will stop beating, and my lungs will stop breathing. I foresee my pass away. I foresee I pass away all alone in this house. I never felt anything like it. Then he said, I'm starting to feel so this is a few days later in January. I'm starting to feel, now these are not posts. These are comments that he's replying to people with.
Remember also that he changed his name when he moved here?
Mm-hmm. He had an eight or maybe even 10-letter long last name when he moved there. That was hard to pronounce.
That lady in Ohio knows him, like has that same last name, and that he was in Ohio too.
Look and see though the arrest reports from when he got arrested, and you said Maryland or down south. See if that last name, because maybe it was just a fake Facebook last name that he just like made it.
Yep. Yeah, but he told Joan Doe, my friend, that his name was, and it was that long name, but now he uses that short name, and that's also what his family's name is that lives down south, that he even went and saw with my friend.
So do you think he gave her a fake name because he was afraid she would Google him and not want to be with him because he had a criminal record? I thought the whole premise was they met after he got out of prison.
He must have given her that long name, but it seemed like he really did use that name, though, because he was associated with that same last name lady in Ohio. Remember, his mother died. It was her, what was it? Her birthday was the same day that he died.
But the woman who claimed that she was stalked by him for 30 years called him the last name, the short version that he has on Facebook. So maybe he would meet people later in life and give them that long last name.
Yeah, but isn't that another odd thing that his mother has the same day as her birthday that he died? Like that's the day he made it was that day. So that's crazy to me.
Let me keep reading. He said, I'm starting to feel like my old self again. The emotional pain and despair of losing my love has lessened. Not that I don't miss her and love her, I always will, but I'm tired of being miserable all the time. My love invested her time and love and believed in me, and I feel it would be a betrayal to her for me to stay unhappy and not do anything with the remaining time I have left. This could be the last year of my life, and to live before I die. I know that's what she would want for me. So every time I'm saying my love, he's not saying my love. He's actually saying her name, like my Sharon. Like he always says my. He always says my Jane, my Jane. Like it's really weird.
In the obituary, she wasn't named at all.
Oh, are you coming by again? Okay, hang on, Mom. Okay. King says he probably chose that date so he could easily remember it. What? Grammy. Oh. Okay. I just unmuted and my camera's back on. He said, birthdays aren't the same without my Jane. I miss her so much it hurts. I can't take this anymore. I just want to die. Now, this was later in January, by the way. I know you do. I miss her too. She lives within you. Hold on to her heart always. Then he shared the weather in his hometown, which I thought was weird because it was in December. I flip-flopped. So, like, he shared the weather and he was presumably in Jamestown. But when he shares the weather, it says the city of his hometown, which is like fucking 400 miles away.
Yeah.
I don't care about name changes. Okay. I know it's weird, but it could just be a Facebook thing. Like, people do that shit. They change their last name on Facebook all the time, and they lie. So it's not like he legally changed his name.
Yeah, but in the obituary it had that same name.
King. Okay, hang on. No, it was the short name in his obituary.
Yeah, that's what yeah, the short name was in the obituary, and he had the long name when he moved to town.
Okay. Okay, another comment.
And that same name, that lady lives there that has the same first name as his mom in Ohio.
Okay, at the end of January, a woman was asking about Jane to him. Jane did a routine for me on Facebook and I can't find it anywhere. It's heartbreaking. Could it be the video is no longer available due to the account being closed? I miss her videos. She was awesome. A spirit beyond anyone else I've ever known. So after she died, someone went into her Facebook and deleted all of her videos. And this was Peter's response. I can't find some of her videos either. Her account still exists, but it's a memorial page. My original Facebook got hacked and I can't get it back. I lost all my videos, pictures, and memories of my Jane. I can't even tag her anymore like I used to, so I keep her memory alive. So I can keep her memory alive. So after she died, he fucking did it. Nobody can just say, oh, my account got hacked and still use their account magically. Like, he's a liar. His friends list and he deleted all of her videos. Why did he delete her videos? I don't know. Why
he didn't want any traits of her on his page because if he has a new wife.
No, he probably
just to hide it.
No, he wants control over her because she's his, mine. You know what I mean?
No, he deleted everything on his page of her because he doesn't want anybody to see that.
And he also deleted everything on her fucking Facebook. Her videos, all of her dance videos and all that shit got deleted. Her daily routine videos, they all got deleted. So my question is, why would he want to delete all of her videos from her Facebook page? Like, what does he gain from that?
He probably just didn't want any attention on her page that would be any way that anybody could find him.
But there's still pictures of them together.
Well, the more people that are drawn to her page, they could associate her with him.
And then he had I've been so depressed and grieving so bad. This was in January. So bad for my Jane since she has passed away 19 months ago, and I have PTSD from watching my mom and my Jane suffer. But I'm starting to feel my old self again. The sadness and despair has lessened. It doesn't mean I don't miss and love them. I always will. I'm just tired of being unhappy all the time. I have so many gifts, talent, and experience in life to offer others. My time is short, and this could be my last year of my life, and I want to make it a good one. I want to live before I die. I deserve it, and I know my Jane and my mom. Oh, he doesn't say my mom. I know my Jane and mom would want me to be happy. I will be with them again soon in heaven. And then, he said in January, I moved down south with my parents. I already read that one. I had many premonitions come true. I used to tell my friends and family about who and what my soulmate, love of my life would be and look like to a T. Years before I met her, I said she would have brown hair, blue eyes, artistic, eccentric, loving, unique. She was exactly what I described to everyone. I also told them that my soulmate would die before me, and I will follow not much longer before 50. She passed away when I was 47 and a half, giving me enough time to settle her estate and see my family one last time, which I already did last July. I'll be 49 next month, and every day is another day closer to the sweet release of death, which I look forward to because I'll be free and with my Jane again. Every premonition I ever had came true. I can't explain it, but I'm clairvoyant and know certain things will come true. Then they asked for a copy of his book, and he says you can. It's available on Amazon. Oh, yeah, he still has a store, by the way. He still has a store on Amazon. He has 3 storefronts on Amazon.
Wow.
Oh, King, I'll give you the Facebook links. But this shit's no joke. You could deep dive it for yourself. It's crazy. He's alive. He just followed people recently. I'll link it to you in a minute because I don't want to lose the screenshots. King, DM me on Facebook or on Instagram because I name and you're buried. He at one point in December said he's not prepared for the Arctic blast and the weather is going as far south as Miami. And yeah, isn't that when he posted the screenshot of his hometown? So even though he's in Jamestown, the location is, I'm not going to say where. It's like 400 miles away. He's in Jamestown saying, I'm not looking forward to this Arctic blast this weekend. We'll start with rain and 40 degrees that will turn to snow with temperatures in the single digits, wind chills below zero, and a freeze warning. It's going to be tricky driving. At least it will be nice and cold on the weekend where I'm not leaving the house. This weather is going as far south as Miami. And he literally screenshots his prediction.
Oh my gosh, I just thought of something. When you said he was, and my neighbor said that the people were squatting in the basement at my house, the house down the road. If he dug a hole and then he put like, something in the way, and then if the cops came, he could just go in that tunnel where he dug, and that's how he could leave when the cops showed up.
And climb that giant tree out front.
Yeah, it might be.
There's actually a bunch of trees out back too.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. You should drive by there in the daytime and see if there's a hole by a tree.
I walk by there quite a bit because it's like just a couple doors down.
Not at night. It's too creepy. The light's on right now, so obviously someone's there. You hid. Alpacable said she's hidden in a tree before. I'm so sorry.
She said it's not livable.
What?
My neighbor said it's not livable.
Well, the house
he was.
Jane's house wasn't livable either, but he was living there when he faked his own death.
No, because of the meth. Well,
obviously, the meth people know it's not livable while they're making meth, Mom. These people aren't clean.
Somebody might be there right now.
Yeah, him.
Oh, him. Oh, yeah, I mean him, yeah, but I thought you meant just somebody else.
Oh, no. Did the light shut off yet, or is it still on?
No, it's still on.
If it shuts off, let me know.
Okay.
He talks about how he started playing the lottery. He said, I sent you a friend request. It's me. I had to create a new account because I dropped my phone in water and ruined the battery and I couldn't sign back into my other account. How I was able to friend request myself, I'll never know. That's why I'm able to tag myself on other accounts. He's such a fucking liar. And people aren't going to argue that because it's like, but he's such a liar. Like, they don't want to dig deeper. He literally lied so he could delete all of his Jane's videos.
Yeah. Have you ever had sea salt?
Mom, they said order a pizza. Order a pizza to that house and see if the light goes off.
Order a pizza there.
Yeah, okay. He said next week, okay, he's talking about the weather. He said, I'm just going to stay home and warm and cozy watching Christmas movies like my Jane and I used to do. He says he misses his long hair. And then he starts talking about growing his hair long, and he had long hair when I saw him a year later. Like a year and a few months later. Okay, then there's just all these Zillow pictures that I already talked about. So, King, did you DM me? Okay, this is his first Facebook accounts. You'll forget about it. I always do. I forget about it, and then some weird shit happens, and it reminds me. So, yeah, these are both of his Facebooks, because he has 2. And
Have you ever had salt and pepper pistachios?
What?
Have you ever had sea salt and pepper
No, but I've had the
I'm
spicy
sorry.
chili ones.
I mean, sea salt and vinegar. That's what I got.
No. Okay, let me check something.
I'll see if they're good. Because, I mean, not now, but maybe tomorrow.
Hang on a second. I'm studying something. Yeah, so when it says he followed more people, he could have sent them a friend request because sometimes when you friend request people, it you follow them until they hit accept. That's all I was gonna say.
Yeah.
His friends list is public now.
Okay, King Smith.
Wait, it's been public. I'm sorry. 1,000 friends and then 1,200 friends. Old soul, young heart. Young heart, old soul.
Okay. When you have time, you can.
Okay, so let's talk about the woman. She blocked me even though I was just genuinely saying this guy is who you think is dead is not dead.
I would never block the person. I would want to know what's going on.
Right. I'm looking for the post. Because I totally forgot her name, but I'm looking for it. She might have deleted the post. I mean,
Walking Dead. Okay, King.
what was her name, Mom? Don't say it on here. I want to find her Facebook.
The lady. Oh, I thought you meant the lady in Ohio.
Tell me to mute when you find it.
Okay.
Dude, I fucking hate this new Facebook update. It used to be a thing where you could filter and look at posts. Now it's just everything when you search something, and I can't find the woman because I want to read it to King. Rogue, did I send you a screenshot of it? Let me see if I sent Rogue the screenshots. Oh, potatoes. Those look good, Rogue. Okay, I'm gonna be looking for this. Guys, was I snoring last night on YouTube when I fell asleep? I was like... Guys, he still has an Amazon, by the way. And his stuff is still for sale. Don't you find that odd?
How do you know he still has Amazon?
Because he has a storefront with merchandise.
Eater does?
Yeah, he has 3 Amazon storefronts with his books for sale.
Oh, that's right, his books. Yeah, yeah. I mean, unless the family's getting all the revenue from it.
Did you find it yet? I can't find it anywhere.
No, I'm still looking. I have to look on 2 different accounts. Do you
Yeah.
happen to know about when it was? It like 3 or 4 months ago?
I don't remember. It was July. I'm looking too. I don't know if I sent this to Rogue. I know who I sent it to, but I can't find her fucking Instagram. I forgot her name. Like, I know her name, but I don't know her Instagram name because it's a bunch of letters. Let me find it. You should tell me if that light turns off soon. Because that means the squatter's there.
Okay.
Wow, I really can't find this woman's Instagram. I'm gonna go crazy. I'll
find it eventually because there's a lot to go through.
I sent her all the screenshots. I don't know where she is. Let me see if I just search her first name if she pops up. No.
What about the one where she got, I'm looking at this one where she told her students, or, the dance people, and she said she didn't have money for a car, so they all pitched in and bought her a car, and she had a car, and then he had a car, Peter had the car too. Like, I don't know, that kind of made me mad.
Oh, yeah. Wait. Okay, never mind. Guys, I was about to freak out. Never mind. Sorry. Facebook just screwed with my head. My bad. I thought he had a different last name on Facebook, but it was a guy who, like, had the same name as him and posted his picture as a friend. Oh, I was about to freak out. Okay, hang on. Dude, I can't find the woman. I forgot her name.
I'll find it. It's in here. So I don't know why I can't. I mean, I know I have it. It's just, I don't know why I'm having a hard time finding it.
I know. And I did a factory reset on my phone, so I don't have the screenshots. And I might have them on this phone. Let me search this phone for the screenshots. Oh, Pocketbowl, it's crazy. When houses go down like that, they just keep the utilities on. They don't shut them off. Hang on. Found it. I found it. I found it.
Your dad?
Mm-hmm. I'm saying this loudly. If you're looking at my stalker being mentioned on some crazy person's podcast and you feel the urge to reply to me, you're now the stalker. He's dead. I want to remain. Guys, am I looping? Oh, Pocketbowl, Rogue King, can you hear me? This is bad, Mom. Because she literally checks in everywhere she goes. Like, she's in, like, at her gym, where she walks. Oh, my God. I mean, she doesn't believe me. Okay. I saw him in the flesh after he, quote-unquote, died. Therefore, the motherfucker's not dead. If you don't believe me, fuck you. You're a cunt. I saw him in real life. I didn't see a ghost. I saw Peter. Anyway. I'm saying this loudly. If you're looking at my feed because of my now deceased stalker being mentioned on some crazy person's podcast, and you feel the urge to reply to me, you are now the stalker. He's dead. I want to remain in peace knowing he'll never bother me again. If you bother me about this, you're acting as his agent and stalking me. I will not respond to unknown accounts except to block them and delete the replies. Bruh. So you say he's dead, now you're saying he has agents to stalk her? Like, make it make sense.
Yeah.
Laura, what kind of question is that? Your timeout. Oh, great. She literally publicly posts all her things that she does. Where she is, where she plans on being, dates and times. You know maybe he doesn't stalk her anymore though. Like, I don't know how recently he had been stalking her, but it was obviously to the scale that she had to post about it. So let's look at her posts about him.
Maybe she was just overdoing it, and then when you said something to her, she felt like she didn't want to talk about it anymore.
Here's the deal. Now, she posted this after he died in November of 2023. And he supposedly died in March of 2023. So 6, 7 months, whatever, 7 months after he died, which is really weird, she said, here's the deal. I'm positive you're stalking my account. In the comments, I don't give a fuck. I found a replacement for you in hours after you quit. But if you thought what you did was was a just and fair thing, you wouldn't be scared to turn them on to begin with. And knowing you're living with that fear and guilt is more than enough for me. Carry on. That's all I'll ever say about this. Oh, here we go again. This was before he quote unquote died. Yeah, another Facebook account. I did not seek him out. Facebook recommends a friend because 3 of you are connected to him. And he has it as he went to my high school. I'll just say that. This now is the 3rd or 4th account he's made here. I chased him off of Twitter a couple years ago. I'm me there because I'm very disconnected from anything. Through every Jane Doe till he found me. She put her name there. Yes, he still stalks me. No, he hasn't changed. For those who don't understand, someone stalking you for 33 years is scary. Let that sink in. 33 years, he has sought me out, contacted me in multiple ways. Yes, I've told him to stop, and so has my husband. The cops are useless. By the way, she deleted her post when he died.
Wow.
This guy's the worst.
Oh.
Then someone said, this guy is the worst. I remember him. And she said, hang on. She said, yeah, we were good friends when he was doing this shit to me. He just won't stop. I'm kind of glad Facebook showed me him so now I can block him. Another girl said, are you serious? And she said, I blocked him, so yeah, he won't be able to contact me again. But yeah, this is his 3rd account here. If he was truly sorry, as he told me he was, he would have blocked me immediately and made sure I felt safe. Then she posted a screenshot of her blocked list and all of the accounts she's blocked of his. I told you he had 4 Facebooks. This explains why he has so many Facebooks. Then she said, this is his 3rd account here. If he was truly sorry as he felt safe. Then here's, let's see if we can find the one with a long name. No. Then she said, who knows why he made these new accounts? All I know is I don't want to see him. So, yeah, she deleted her other posts about him, but I still have screenshots, so hang on. Okay, guys, can you hear me or am I looping? I had to airdrop the screenshots so I can read you the post that she deleted. He died. Can you guys hear me? Hello, guys? Can you on here? Okay. This is what she said. Bro, hang on. Okay. As many of you know me from high school, you know about how I was abused and stalked for decades by Peter. I've been trying to promote my music lately and have for years proactively blocked him on all social media. The other day I was searching for him though, the other day I was searching for him through one of my pages, and I came across a post by his brother. He's dead. Peter is dead. And the number of people who mourn him offends me. He was not a good, kind person as people believe he was. The only reason I don't have to fear he'll pop up again is because he died. Not because he honored my wishes to be left alone. I set boundaries for decades, continually ignored. I know many of you either refused his friend requests or unfriended him on my ask. I thank you. It's a very rare thing for me to ask something like that. That's all. Mom, that makes sense why you said the last person he followed was from his hometown who he went to high school with. What if it was her mutual friend?
She graduated in 1985.
That's the same, that's someone he went to school with. Wait, let's find and see if they're friends with each other. Hold on.
Because that would be somebody a little older. They graduated.
Yeah, it's probably someone connected to her because she said that he sends friend requests to her friends, and I'm going to see if it's someone who likes her public posts. Okay, so what was the name of the person? Am I frozen? Hello? Why don't you fucking tell me when it's frozen? Guys, can you send me a screenshot, Mom, so I can see it? Because I'm getting pissed.
All right, I have to find it.
You now. Okay, did you guys hear anything I just said? Yes or no? Hello, YouTube. Talk to me. Send confetti if you can see me and hear me crystal clear. Okay, good. Okay, so this woman who said he stalked her said that she appreciates everyone telling her when he sends them friend requests and thank you for denying them and blocking him. And my mom said some of the most recent people he followed were from his hometown who went to the same high school as him. And I said, oh, he probably sent her mutual friends a friend request. So I'm gonna go through and see if these are people who like her posts. So there's this one. Wait, we should see if the people who like her things are all the most recent follows. Because you understand, right? If you send a Facebook friend request, it defaults and it shows you as following them. You know that, right? Hello. Yeah. So I'm looking to see if he's creeping through her likes and sending friend requests to the people in her likes.
Yeah.
His most recent people that he's most recently followed.
My sister messaged me, and I'm gonna see her in the morning.
Okay. What were you gonna say about the tree?
Oh, remember, that's the other thing. Remember they had like this makeshift funeral, like they just had some dirt dug up in a park and they said he liked to go there, and then the next year they at the same park, but then it looked like a totally different background and a different tree. And they just had like this little, like a little plaque that was supposed to be his tombstone. That was weird.
Mm-hmm. Thanks, King. Yeah, so far, no. These people are not liking her posts. Are they connected to her? Maybe. Or maybe they're just people that he knew from his hometown. Why would he be following and friend requesting people from his hometown if he's faking his own death, is what I'd like to know.
And it seems like everything that woman used to date in Florida, it's all disappeared. I can't find any of her information anymore.
Well, the thing is that if people from his hometown are on his Facebook, there's no sign that he's died on Facebook. He's not tagged in any pictures of obituaries and stuff like that. So, unless you're from small town Jamestown, nobody even knew, from his hometown.
Yeah. Thanks, King Smith.
Yeah, I don't think so. I'm not seeing this woman anywhere on her likes. So, I don't think they're connected, but you never know. The people he could be friend requesting could be the people from her page. So, I don't know. The whole thing is very weird, and I just have no words. But yeah, tell me if that light turns off.
Okay.
Because oh, I get it now. He has two Facebooks. One, his cover photo is him with his Jane Doe girlfriend, and that is where everyone can tag him about his obituary. The other Facebook, where he's friend requesting people from high school, has no trace to Jane Doe, no trace to the obituaries. No one can tag him. It's just pictures of snow and trees and photography. So his other Facebook, he probably blocked all those people from his hometown so they can't see that. And then his other Facebook, he friend requests them. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because he's not following people from his high school on the account where he's tagged in the obituaries.
I wonder if that woman in Florida has been talking to him.
So the one woman, I'm not going to say her name, not the one you said, she's from his hometown. The other woman's from his hometown. Let's see if the man is from his hometown. I mean, that one's up for debate because this guy looks like he moves around. But then there's another one. Let's see where she's from. No details. This guy from his hometown. These are all new follows, by the way. This woman, No details. The other woman from his hometown. All these new people he's following are from his fucking hometown.
And one of them lives in LA now.
Yeah.
In California.
Like all these new follows.
And nobody on his family is on his friends list anymore. So that's very odd.
But they're probably on the Facebook friends list where he can tag people because he has 2 Facebooks.
Okay, I'm gonna go to the other one.
That's what I'm saying. So he's operating 2 Facebooks. One where he's faking his death, and then he blocks everyone else so they can't see it. And then he has this other Facebook where he probably blocks all those people who see the obituary. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That is crazy. Yep, all these people. So he has followed 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16 people since July.
Put it on mute for a minute.
Okay. Okay, I just unmuted. No, but do what I said. That's a better idea. Cause okay, I just unmuted. They can't hear me, or they can hear me now.
Okay.
I wasn't.
Okay.
I didn't say that when I was unmuted. Why would I say that?
I didn't think you were.
Oh, okay.
I mean, I thought you were muted, but.
Yeah. Oh my God. YouTube, can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Oh my God, Mom, you're going to lose your shit when I read this to you.
What?
Okay, this is fucked. Wait, I want to make sure the YouTube people can hear me. Guys, remember I was reading all of his Facebook comments, not posts, and he kept saying his one true love is going to die before him and then he's going to die?
Yeah.
Fucking motorcycles. Guys, can you hear me? Hello, hello, hello. I'm going to wait for the motorcycle. You guys hear me?
I think there's a wait, you know, like when you talk.
There's usually a 7-second delay. They're just being slow as fuck. Guys, this is going to blow your mind. This is going to blow your mind. If you guys are here. Send confetti if you can hear me. Okay, they can hear me. Guys, who remembers I was reading all of his individual Facebook comments? He was replying to people. And what did he keep saying? My love, my Jane, my one true love, my soulmate. I had a premonition. Remember? She's going to die. She's going to die before me. And who else did he have to watch suffer and die? His mom, right?
Yeah.
There's this book that he wrote in 2008. When did he meet Jane?
I don't know. Was it 2011 or 2008?
When did he die? When did he die? Allegedly.
2023.
No, the date, Mom. The date. His mom's birthday.
Oh. Was it March 13th?
Was it?
I don't remember.
Let me look it up. Hang on.
Well, I'll look it up.
Yeah, I'm going to look it up. Yeah, it says the 13th. Okay, well, the book was published March 10th, which is very close.
Oh.
Maybe it's because, like, 10, 11, 12, no, 10, 11, 12, 13. Like, his mom dies, she dies, he dies. Let's see when the other, before I read this, I want to see something really quick. Because the book for, the other book he published is published, that was in August. And then the other book was published, hang on, I'm looking for it. Mom, this is going to blow your mind. I'm not, I haven't even, I'm not even there yet. Okay, I'm looking at the publication dates real quick. September, okay. All right, back to what I was saying. The book he wrote in 2008. The overview he wrote is as follows. You're going to get chills. Sit down. I don't want you to freak out. It's fucking creepy. The book he wrote.
Okay. Hey, you should have him sign the book before you order it.
I'm not ordering a book.
I mean, if you order it, just say, can you
Mom,
sign it?
prepare yourself.
Okay.
Living in North Florida, he never had good parents. His best friend is put in jail, and his first and only love, Mary, dies mysteriously. At the age of 17, he runs away to New York City, where he moves into a slummy hotel room. He finds himself falling into darkness, drug addiction, and alcoholism. Along his dark journey, he meets all sorts of colorful characters. Through his darkness, he is given strange messages through music, television, billboards, and people, as if someone or something is talking to him from another realm. A dead girl who died in his room from an overdose haunts him and tries to save him. He lives a short time on the streets, and his life changes when he meets a rich, sweet girl who loves him for who he is. As he finally climbs his way out of drug addiction and darkness and finds God, His new love is the only one who inspires him to return to his hometown and finds out how his first love really died. This is where he finds many answers to the questions he asked himself in his darkness. That's literally the story of him and Jane. In 2008, before he pursued her online.
I need to find out exactly when they met online.
How do you think he like found her before she even knew that he knew her?
Like he kind of like preyed on her, like searched her out?
Yes. Hold on, I have to go fix my dryer because it's going to keep buzzing. I'll be right back. Oh my fucking God.
That is what I was thinking before because...
Hang on.
Oh.
Hang on. We're going to read the other book one. The other summary. Because he wrote a book about Jane. Okay? He wrote a book about Jane.
Yeah. Oh.
Guys, is my connection better? Is my connection better? Yes or no?
Saw a post that somebody found a turtle, so that's when that was.
Just hold on, Mom. What is my kids doing right now? Okay. Okay. The next summary. Dude, the thing is he has 3 different storefronts and all the books are like under different names. It's really fucking annoying. So if you want to find one book, you have to go on a goose chase for the other book. Okay, the other summary published in 2020. Okay, but can you hear me, Bunny? Because I can't control the shitty connection. My connection's stuck right now, and there's nothing I can do to change that. It's going to be shitty connection until further notice. So can you at least hear me and what I'm saying?
Yeah, I went back to 2011, and she was with him then.
Please stop, Mom. I want to get my YouTube chat under control. But they're not responding and telling me if they can hear me. I don't care if I look glitchy. Okay, I'm gonna just, what about now? Is this better? Okay, so these people are trolling me and I'm banning them because I'm not in the mood. Because if you can hear me just fine and they're trolling me, then I'm getting fucking pissed because they're fucking with my train of thought. Can you guys hear me? Yes or no? Quit trolling. Thank you. Okay, the next book overview says this is a uniquely designed story of love, inspiration, and insight to some of the mysteries in life and spirituality. The tale is filled with drama mixed with real life humor combined with strange and startling synchronicities, meaningful but weird and wonderful coincidences based on true events. It is an eye opening excursion through personal hell that obsession and addiction can bring, and how we can find happiness within ourselves no matter what. The story begins on a domino effect of causality due to the demons of the mind. After getting arrested, the main character sees everything around him fall away bit by bit. At 39 years old, see, that was around the age he was when he met Jane. At 39 years old, he wonders how he ended up in jail and why he didn't listen to the divine messages that had been guiding him throughout his reality. Filled with great music and lyrics of his past, he is able to read between the lines of reality, sensing someone or something is guiding him, as if it were the soundtrack of his existence. The story goes back to the time he was born into the world, feeling some kind of mysterious guardian watching over him. He relives his beautiful yet challenging childhood, trying to find the root cause of his ruin, and begins to see the world as an extraordinary way. As he goes through the years of his entire eccentric life, the story runs parallel to his journey of being incarcerated. Sentenced to a short prison term, his one true love that he foresaw years before he met her never gives up on him and stays with him throughout his brutal phases and of the penitentiary system. His soulmate saved him from a personal hell and shows him the value of life and happiness. He begins to find answers to all ups and downs, twists and turns he lived, as if they were shades of a color bar with music marking the memories and moments, seeing the timeline of his life. After battling heartbreaks of past loves, addictions, the streets, jail, institutions, and spiritual demise, he comes to understand the strongest enemy he had been facing was himself. Surrounded by a true, unique, amazing love story, this shows the madness and miracles that flow in prisons within humanity and throughout life itself. The saga is filled with colorful characters, life-changing events, and stimulating synchronistic moments while exploring the heavenly sparkle of existence and beyond. Okay, now another book published in 2015. It's a contemporary psychological drama mixed with real-life humor combined with strange and startling synchronicities based on true events. Oh, yeah. The story begins on a domino effect of causality due to the demons of the mind. After getting arrested for prescription fraud, the main character sees everything around him fall away, bit by bit. 39 years old, he begins to wonder how he ended up in jail and why he didn't listen to the divine messages that had been guiding him throughout his reality. The story goes back to the time he was born into the world, sensing some form of a mysterious guardian watching over him. He relives his beautiful yet challenging childhood, trying to find the root of his ruin, and begins to see the world in an extraordinary way. As he goes through the years of his entire eccentric life, the story runs parallel to his journey of being incarcerated. Sentenced to a short prison term, his one true love, Goo, never gives up on him and stays with him throughout his brutal phases of the penitentiary system. He begins to find the answers to all the ups and downs, twists and turns he lived as if they were shades of a color bar. After battling heartbreaks, addiction, the streets, jail, institutions, and spiritual demise, he comes to understand the strongest enemy he had been fighting was himself. Color Bar shows the madness and miracles that flows in prison, within humanity and throughout life itself. The story is filled with colorful characters, life-changing events, and stimulating synchronistic moments while exploring the dark side of the heavenly sparkle of existence and beyond. It's a uniquely designed story of inspiration and some of the mysteries of life and spirituality. It's an eye-opening excursion through personal hell that addiction can bring and how we can find happiness within ourselves no matter what. Now let's read the summary of Jane. He wrote a book about Jane. Jane's story is about an extraordinary, talented, eccentric, unique woman who touched countless lives. How she took the longest running business, I'll just say that, despite losing her mother and partner and later being diagnosed with ovarian cancer. It's a story about love and sacrifice, entertainment, acts of self-love, acts of selflessness and loss. A free spirit that shines so bright people gravitated to her, and how she always made them smile. It's how music and the internet brought two people together from a distance, how two souls found each other, fell in love, and saved one another from afar. Soulmates, best friends, and the love of each other's lives, which is rare to find in this world, filled with excerpts of her own words of her youth, her successful, entertaining life, and the love of her mother and business partner who started their business. It tells how we had foresight and how I predicted this woman would come into my life as she knew I was out there. How I knew my soulmate would die before me, and that I will follow not much longer, 20 years before we ever met. How every single premonition came true, fell into place, and how miracles do happen. Jane lived a clean, healthy, active life, but was diagnosed with ovarian cancer in 2015? That's a lie, Mom.
It
Listen.
might be the right date.
No, it was literally in like 2020, 2019.
No, she had it for a little while, I think.
Okay.
She just didn't tell anybody at first.
Okay. And fought through all the horrible things that come. How she was still helping others, even in her own struggles with the battle of cancer. How she rescued and saved so many cats and dogs through the years. How she saved and inspired me. This touching, inspiring story takes you to a world of music, dance, love, and how she was cared for in her sickness during the pandemic. Yeah, that's what I remembered. And passed away while I was holding her hand and her inner circle around her like she wished for on her deathbed. Her grandmother passed in the master bedroom, her mom across the hall, and Jane in the last room. I thought they said that she died in the hospital.
No, I think she died in her house.
The room
that after she died, though?
Her grandmother passed in the master bedroom, her mom across the hall, and Jane in the last room, the room she ironically grew up in. They were always close and died under the same roof in different rooms. With all the influence and support she brought so many, Jane will forever be remembered as the light. She died in her house?
Yeah, I told you that.
Was she on hospice?
They might have come in towards the end. Her ex-husband and ex-fiance were there with her.
And you know this how?
She told me.
After she died, she told you they were there when she died?
No, before I visited her and they were there, and she said they were there with her.
Wait, you visited her when she was dying?
Well, I mean, she was really sick, but it wasn't like the very last day.
She was 53 years old and she didn't die in a hospital. She died in her house?
Yeah, remember her ex-fiancé bought that $17,000 machine for her?
No.
Yeah, I've told you.
Is the machine in the pictures on Zillow?
Maybe, but I don't think I saw it on there.
Was her bedroom the room with the red light?
It was like if you're in the front of the house, it was in the back. That would have been his room with a light.
They had separate bedrooms?
Yeah, remember he had a room, her ex-husband had a room, and
So
she
he
had
was
a room.
sleeping in the bedroom that her grandma died in?
I don't remember exactly whose was who, but he was in the, I think he was in the one in the front of the house up to the top left.
The fuck was that, Mom?
What?
That beeping sound.
I don't know.
Did you hear it?
No.
It went bup, bup, bup. Did you guys hear it on YouTube? Send confetti if you heard the bup, bup, bup noise. It sounded like she just hung up.
Hello?
Mom?
I didn't even know it cut off.
I heard this weird bup, bup, bup noise, and then your phone, it just hung up.
That's weird.
It's all on YouTube.
I didn't even hear it hang up. I
It's at
just thought you went there.
It's at the 164-minute mark. How many hours are in 164 minutes?
Less than 3 hours.
So at the 164-minute, when you're watching it, it'll say 2 hours, 3 hours and 4 minutes then?
2 hours.
The 164-minute mark, if you want to go back and watch it. It went bup, 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 and then it disconnected like 30 seconds later.
Oh, that's strange.
Like a dialing sound.
I don't know.
Okay, I'm looking at the Zillow pictures to see if the machine is there.
Do you notice the searches don't show that he's passed away?
No.
Peter?
What searches?
You know, like when you do a search on someone online? They
Yeah,
usually say
like
search
whitepages.com. Yeah, he's not labeled deceased.
Yeah, that's another strange thing. I mean, usually it takes a while. Like when they first pass away, they don't, it doesn't show up for 6 months or something. But my gosh, it's been 2 years and it still doesn't show it.
Okay, the machine's not in her bedroom.
It's been over 2 years. You might have sold it if it was $17,000.
Who the fuck do you sell a cancer machine to?
I'm sure the hospital or somebody could use it.
Man, that's weird.
It was on the, like if you're looking at the bed, it's on the right side. That's where it would be.
Okay.
Gee, that room was a mess. I thought I've seen all the pictures. Gosh, that's crazy. Remember the family said they went and cleaned everything out when he supposedly passed away? Doesn't look like they cleaned it out to me.
He has us blocked on his third Facebook.
Oh.
Search this up on your burner account. I found his other Facebook.
Okay, what?
I just sent it to you.
Oh. Oh.
He blocked you on that account.
I'll check and see. have just changed the name.
No. I'm looking at his other accounts right now. It's his third Facebook.
He blocked my burner one?
Does he only have a Messenger account then? Because that's the one that the girl said that she blocked. It was remember she took 3 screenshots, Mom, of all the accounts she had of his that are blocked, and that's the third one on her blocked list.
Does it show what cities he's in? I can check on the city because he might have. Let's see.
Look at the screenshots. So she shows a screenshot of 3 accounts that are blocked. And I found that one on Messenger, and when I go to click on it, it says he blocked me. Unless he only has a Messenger account and then deactivated the account. Because you can have a Messenger without having a Facebook.
Yeah.
This is very strange. I'm going on a Facebook burner account to see if I can find it. No. It must just be a Messenger account. But how does she have it blocked? He must have deactivated that account.
Wow. I'm going to go incognito mode on my Google Chrome.
Cheryl, what's up? Yeah, I don't see any other accounts right now when I'm searching it. I'm searching. This is weird, man.
Yeah.
So he has to have a burner. That's his burner. And his burner on Twitter, where he was bothering that woman. Let's see if he's posted anything on there.
I'm incognito now. Let's see.
What does it matter if you're incognito? Okay.
If someone has you blocked, you can see if you're in that mode. I don't usually do it on Facebook, but let's see.
He follows Joe Rogan and Shakira on Twitter and Fox News. And Elon Musk, Britney Spears. Kind of weird.
That's kind of like what Jane Doe likes.
Oh. Look at this. I'm going to send you a screenshot. Hi, Alicia. Okay, hang on. I think I'm onto something, guys. That account that I just sent you a screenshot of I'm unmuting now. We're on to something. We are on to something.
I don't think she has her account searchable. You probably have to click on it from Twitter.
She has a picture of him walking the dog. She has a picture of him walking the dog. Okay, I unmuted so they can hear me. Whose feet are those? Did you see the feet? I'm gonna end the live stream. I found something crazy. I found something I'm not gonna say.